Oh yeah, there we go. JayJay, we are up, we are running, we are live.
You
look at that. Look at us right now.
This and the hands, the suits, the darkness, the caramel. Every girl needs a little bit of caramel, She had enough vanilla, she had a lot hotter, probably a little taste of good hot chocolate. But caramel always, you get a little bit of both. You don't know what you want, Some days you want vanilla ice cream, like straight vanilla ice cream. And then other days like, I just want full dark chocolate. But when you're not sure, like, what, just mix them both. That's what we are. And then you got both of us and double. You got like double caramel. You got like salty caramel. Isn't it so true how caramel has like now like caramel, like I don't know if you're like me, man. Like I love salted caramel. I don't know who came up with that concept. Salted caramel.
Yeah, it's great.
I don't know where, I don't know how, like I don't know. No one's ever had salted strawberry. Like that never became a thing. Like you're like, salted strawberry or salted chocolate, but salted caramel? It's like, yo, what happened here?
People are tuning in right now going, is this a candy show? What is this show about?
Yo, you know what? One thing I'm just thinking now, bro, we should do this. After we get this sort of sorted and like we get it, we know we should just do it. I want to do a real different, like I want to have a play show, like a show where it's like completely just off topic, just like something like that, like a caramel driven show. Like a friend of mine, he's an entrepreneur and he does really well teaching people how to blog. But then he has another whole niche of like, he reviews chocolate. He loves chocolate. So he's getting into like, he buys really expensive chocolate from around the world, like the best. And he reviews it and he tries it for the first time. I'm like, yeah, I love that stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm all about doing a show like that.
Pizza. I think I would do pizza. I really want to do a pizza-driven show. And Aaron, just so we all clear everybody, I think it was now. There was pizza. The Pizza Expo was in Las Vegas. Can you Google that, Aaron? Find out when the date. It was at Vegas. It was the national pizza like convention. So like every year, people come in from around the world, and like I got the brand new margarita, the brand new Sicilian pizza, the Napolitan pizza, and they showcase it.
Well, National Pizza Day, Tuesday, February 9th.
I did that already. No, it was the pizza convention in Vegas. Just go pizza convention, Pizza Expo Las Vegas 2020. I think it was now, this month.
Yeah, it was supposed to be, but now it's March 16th to March 18th, 2021. Wow.
So it was like literally last week.
Yeah. It's when it should have been.
Wow.
But so JayJay, man, we've been on for a few minutes here. We're gonna hit these people with the intro video.
Oh, let's do it.
Here we go.
And yes, the myth, the legends. That's it. We could easily, if you took our photo and put a different title on top, we could look like we could be anyone. We could be your brand new fashion designers, Aaron and Jay, with you live every day. We could be like sort of we could pull off being like psychologists, Like, how like there's two real estate guys in America, or like those good-looking real estate guys? They're brothers, I think. Like, now this whole personal branding thing, it's a completely different realm.
Yeah. Well, JayJay, man,
I can't hear you, man. I can't hear you. You're not coming through, Aaron. I can't hear you, man. You're not coming through.
You can't hear me?
No, it's not my side.
No.
Yo.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Is that better?
I can. Are you getting my audio there?
Not good today.
Having all kinds of technical issues. We'll see.
Hang on.
Jump off and jump back on. We'll see if we can get your audio. So we lost JJ there for a second. I mean, this is a whole new world we're in, folks. We're in the live streaming era, you know, and we weren't made for this. We weren't made for this live streaming era. Netflix, the internet companies, all those people are toggling their bandwidth because they weren't expecting this many people to be on at one time. So it's a lot. So right now we got a little bit of technical difficulties here, waiting for JJ to pop back on. So hopefully he'll hop back on the show here in a second. But for now, we're going to troubleshoot our technical difficulties. Stand by.
Yo.
Can you hear me now? Are you back?
Yeah, we're back.
Oh,
Are we live?
Yeah, we're live. We're still rolling.
Good. All right, let's get to it, people. Let's go. 9 minutes of filler. We're going to fill it with 24 minutes of gold. All right. So, Aaron, how you doing, man? We were talking before about you're just feeling a little bit overwhelmed with everything. Well, I think we're in a new state, right? Now you're getting accustomed to the routine.
Yeah, it's different, you know. I mean, before BC, before Corona, I was busy.
BC.
Had plenty of gigs that I was doing. Had plenty of gigs that were coming up between the hosting world and the DJing world and the acting world. It was all rocking and rolling, and like you say, it was in flow. And I was busy in a different kind of way. I was busy with things that I'm really talented at, that I'm really skilled at, that I'm gifted at. And when you find your gift, those are Steve Harvey talks about it all the time. Your gift is what you do the best with a minimal amount of effort. And when it comes to hosting is my gift. Acting, DJing, those are skills for me. Those are things that I'm good at, and I do them because I enjoy them. But hosting is my gift, and so when I'm doing that, it just seems effortless. I don't feel like I'm putting that much energy into it. Yeah. But now, during Corona, I'm not standing still. I'm still creating all this other stuff. I mean, that's where work from home network TV kind of came from, is the creativity. But now I'm still hosting and I'm still doing some of the other aspects of it. But now I'm producing. Now I've learned how to do graphic design to be able to throw graphics up. I'm learning more about videography so I can make these videos and piece videos together. Doing talent searches to find talent to come on shows. So now it's busy. It's just a whole different kind of busy. So between trying to take care of myself and get my fitness and my health and wellness and all that stuff together, plus doing the shows, and it's a lot. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, man. Well, look, I applaud you as a bro, because I think what you're doing is you're sort of doing the Madonna thing, where she's what do you call it? She's adapting to the times. Yeah. And the thing is, we all need to adapt to the times right now. Either you adapt or you die. like old school jungle mentality. Like, listen, if you can't swim, you know, and you're in the deep end, you better learn or you're going to drown. So I think it's the same thing with life at the moment. And a lot of people won't like hearing this, but I think this is what people need to hear, because like there's no more time now, Aaron, to be in la la land of what's going on. We all know that I think we've all swallowed the feeling of what's happened, and we get it. And I think we're past the point of feeling sorry for ourselves, and it's not fair. And it's like, okay, so what are we going to do now? You know, and I think people move faster than that. I think you and I would move faster than that. But I think for a lot of people who, you know, it's you know, we're 3 weeks in, we're nearly three to four, depending on when it happened to you, but at least 3 weeks in now, or this is the second week or third week. You get what I mean? So it's like, no matter who you are, no matter where you're from, it's like, all right, I'm going to swallow it. I'm going to swallow what's going on. Okay, I need to sort something out. I need to do something. I need to get advice or help or resources from someone.
Yeah.
So, you know, and what we're talking about today, guys, is like, you know, sometimes when you're moving on to that next thing, you got to do whatever it takes. Like getting to that goal, however important it is it going to be to you, whatever you're going to do, like whatever it takes to get there, to get that thing, whatever you're trying to achieve.
Yeah, and that's essentially what we're going to focus on today is those roadblocks and how to get past them. Past episodes, now we've talked about confidence, we talked about mindset and limiting beliefs. So today we're going to kind of focus on roadblocks and how to get past them. But before we jump into the meat of it and talk about it, what's been going on with you, JayJay? You're always staying busy. You got a lot of going on. Talk to me about that. What's up with that?
Listen, you know, let's peel the onion. Let's peel the JayJay onion back. You know. Yeah, let's peel my onion back. You're all going to cry no matter what. So let's just do it. No, so where I'm at just with everything is I've just been trying to figure out which lane I need to play in. And I said this yesterday on my Instagram, you know, so my issue was never the point of movement. It was which lane do I need to put all my acceleration on? Because at the moment I've been playing a lot of lanes, and that's fine. Yeah. But when you keep swerving between lanes, you're not really going anywhere. Like you're just constantly doing this. You're never really moving forward. You're incrementing forward, don't get me wrong. But I'm really trying to focus on my exact lane of people. And I think I'm getting pretty clear on that. And like, you know what, Aaron, like this might be good. Like I'll run it by you. And I think it's great for everyone to hear my thought process, because this is what we need to do anyway. Before it like comes to whatever it takes, you might be in the position of where I'm at, like just in a different way. Like, okay, I'm at home, I'm in this place. Like, where do I go? What do I do? You know, what lane do I play in? So, Aaron, you know, we're doing this show. You know, definitely I was a host as well, and I was an entertainer, and I was someone that would stand on stages and move people with my messages. So I think this for me is really powerful, because it's you know, we're doing it 3 days a week. You know, we're moving people to another place, and it's great. And it gets me out of my head, probably gets you out of your head, and we're helping people. And that only just is old school, like human DNA. You know, when you're helping someone, you make them feel good, and you see that makes you feel good. So I think we're doing great, you know, doing amazing things, creating this. But where I'm at the moment, Aaron, is I think where I've been struggling is, finding the people. Like, who am I talking to? Who's my market? You know, or who can I really truly help? That's the better way to say it. Because we can all help everybody, but I'm not Jesus, you know. And I just like welcome everyone. You know, it's good, and this is, you know, like Jesus, let's go. Like we can, but the thing is, it's like it's so much better from more of a structural point of view and a business point of view, and I think just where I need to go right now is get super clear and laser focused on like, who are my people I'm helping and how can I help them get there and what's their outcome. So I'm finding, right, and I'm only just sharing with Aaron now, we didn't talk about this before, like I'm sitting in this place of like, okay, what am I great at doing? What do I enjoy doing? What do I have experience in? You know, and do I enjoy, could I teach that? Because I'm telling everybody what they can like write down right now. And mine are, well, you know, I've been standing on stages for 15 years all around the world, from, you know, 10 people to, you know, I think my biggest stage was 9,000. Maybe I should teach people how to stand on stage with confidence and get across their message and purpose. So that's where I'm sitting right now on where I need to go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, for those of you guys who just joining in, Tuesday night, every Monday and Wednesday and Friday, this is our therapy session.
Yeah.
And you guys or not, this is our therapy session. We hope you join us, as we're trying to give out a lot of great information here. We've both been on stages for many a year, as JayJay just mentioned, working with corporate clients, private clients, all kinds of stuff. So we're just talking back and forth, sorting through our lives, but we're also giving out tidbits of information. And so today on the show, one of the main things that we want to talk about is roadblocks and how to get past them to your goals.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think, Aaron, whenever we decide to go do something, you're going to just start to deal with constant roadblocks in your way, some smaller and some bigger. And a lot of people that I find, from the people that I just help, and I'm sure the people that you help generally, and the people I coach, they do say that a lot of people who get to that next level faster or get more things in life or hit those bigger goals are people who can face the bigger roadblocks. And not just who can face them, but how to actually get past them. So you might be at a place, ladies and gentlemen, where you're dealing with roadblocks at the moment. And the one big thing I'll say before I forget this, your roadblocks are as big as they are right now for you. I might look at your roadblock and go, that's not a big roadblock. But to you, this could be a huge, let's change the roadblock to a huge wall that you've got to climb. But then you could look at mine, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so big for me. And you go, that's easy. So everyone's roadblocks are as big as they make them out to be, which is another mindset thing, but also it's to them. So whatever that roadblock is, most of the time, most people don't get past it because it's like they knock on the door once to try get in and no one answers, so they leave. You know? And sometimes it's a knock and you can walk in, right? Like think of the analogy of a door. Sometimes you got to knock a few times and you can get through. Sometimes you got to break down the door. You got to get other people to help you down the door. You got to find a way. You got to dig underneath the door to get through the roadblock. You got to climb over it. You know, you nearly get over it, and then you get pushed back. So you got to find a way of, when you get a problem in front of your face, how can I deal with this? What can I do? You know, it's not going to just be like this. There's a great map, Aaron, of the life of an entrepreneur. I think it's like online. See if we can bring it up. Just go to the life of the entrepreneur map, and there's like a bike. And like a lot of people think it's like this. But then the bike, it's like a diagram. The bike is like this, and then like he sits there and he's like cold and he's like going backwards and forwards. This is why being an entrepreneur, as we say, using that word, but like going for your dreams, most people give up because it's completely just a mind craze.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, it's definitely a game of time. You've got to stick with it over time. I mean, I know when I first started in this industry, like it was just slow going. You get those, but it was slow going. But you build, like little by little, you build, and so the steps backwards aren't always comparable to those steps forward.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is, as you progress, you may take 3 steps backwards, but that 1 step forward is equal to 5 of those 3 steps backwards. So like you're going back, but then you're ending up back at a higher place.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, it just takes that time and that patience and that persistence to keep working at it and to not get knocked down. And it takes the right kind of hustle and the right kind of grind. You hear people always saying like hustle harder, grind more, all this, but a lot of those people are grinding the wrong way. And to kind of talk about your ladder that you were talking about, a lot of people will hit that grind and they'll work laterally. They may be working at something and they're going from one thing to the next thing to the next thing, but they're not moving up. They're doing this same thing across that same plane, and it's not helping them, not challenging them. And again, to bring back what you said, it's about the roadblock that you face.
Yes.
You can jump over. You have a little 6-inch, 1 foot stool. Like you can jump over that stool nice and easy, and you're going to do that just fine. But then you get a 2 foot stool, a 3 foot stool. It's going to get more and more challenging for you to jump over that thing. But you're going to be building yourself up and growing to the point that you're going to be able to do that with ease.
Yeah.
Right.
I love it. I love it, man. And that gives you, like in our episode 2 weeks ago or last week or whatever, it was confidence. This is building your confidence. You're building yourself with these tools that you're achieving, and it's building yourself like a house of bricks of confidence. So you can hit all these different things. And, you know, when you're hitting a new roadblock, you're going to feel insecure. You're going to feel nervous. You're going to feel unsure, you know, because you've never dealt with it before. But trust me, when you get it done, it's like, or you pass through that, it feels amazing. And then, you know, as you mentioned, Aaron, it's like, we're going to keep hitting all these different roadblocks. It's just not one lane. Sometimes the lane stops. Sometimes the lane, you have to go in a different lane. Like it's mental. And I know why most people, I have no problems of people not wanting to, I'd say, live an entrepreneur's typical life. I get that, but that doesn't mean that you should just don't try and don't do nothing. Because there are different roadblocks for different reasons. Like, once again, you're not trying to be Aaron. You're not trying to be me. You're not trying to verse anyone. You're trying to do you. But everyone's going to have little roadblocks in life, or big roadblocks, and you got to go, okay, how do I deal with this? So one of the ways that just to generally deal with a roadblock in life, before you even think of strategy right now, is being present to what that roadblock is. Because if you don't know, how can you deal with it? If I'm going to tell you to go into battle and I give you a sword and I push you out there, of course you have no confidence, because you don't. What am I doing? Where am I going? Who am I seeing? Like, who am I fighting? If I'm like, okay, great. Here's the plan, man. You're going to verse a little soldier. He's smaller than you. He moves pretty quick, but you're a bit bigger, and you got better moves than him. Okay, cool. All right, that's my roadblock to get to the next level, to get to the next part. All right, cool. Now I have some confidence in how to deal with this roadblock. This is what you need to do with your problems, roadblock, next move, right? So understanding that, being present to that, seeing where you're at and going, okay, great. Now you're prepped. You're ready to go. Then you can either go full on to the roadblock, hit it hard, right? Or reevaluate. Maybe I need to get some help on this one. Okay, who can I call? Who's going to help me? And Aaron, while I'm sharing this with you, what I'm realizing even myself is a lot of the times these roadblocks, it's not as hard to get through the roadblock. It's more so hard for people to understand about dealing with the present and having the confidence to go and ask someone and being okay with that. It's like, it's old school, like core traits. This is what we need to keep reminding everybody. Like, more people want to learn the strategy of how to kill the giant, but I'm like, how about having the mindset to kill the giant? No, I don't want that. Just tell me the cool, quick move. No, that's like tips when you're there. But how can you even kill the giant if your mind isn't ready? And this is like old school 101, like, as I said, life. You know, we all want the 6 days to get shredded program, but no one wants to learn how to like eat well first. Now, just give me the pill. Come on, give me the quick pill. We want the quickness. No, that's not how it works, man. You can get that when you've done the hard work. So getting to your roadblocks first, being present, getting help, right? And then either attacking them, hitting them, didn't work. Okay, I'm going to come back to the drawing board. All right, that didn't work. All right, that didn't work. That sucked. And also, the next thing I'm learning too is you have to be okay with it not working straight away.
Yeah.
And this is that whole mentality of it's okay to fail. Like, to a lot of people, I failed. No, you didn't. You just tried. Stop. I think this whole failing thing, for me, isn't the right word for our language. Fail is usually in my mind is fail like I failed, I'm a loser, I'm pathetic. No, you just tried. Okay, let's go again.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
What do you think of that? Do you think trying and failing is like, yeah?
It's not so much that it is failing; it's finding a way that didn't work.
Yeah,
that's
I love
a big part of what it is. Like there's two mean success or achievement in that is that finding things that don't work are just as good as finding things that do work.
Yes.
But it's much more frequent for us to find the things that don't work.
Yes.
When we're trying to do it by ourselves. So you're going to go through a lot of experimentation and a lot of exploration. I mean, you think of some of the biggest names out there, from Thomas Edison to Benjamin Franklin to Shakespeare. Like, all these people failed repeatedly, and they had things that, like, take Shakespeare. We know maybe a handful of Shakespeare's works because those are the ones that are well known. But he's got all that are out there that aren't as well known. But he had to do some of those other ones to get to the big one. So it's not necessarily that you're failing. You're just learning a way that didn't work. And so many people will succumb to that failure. Oh, I couldn't do it. I couldn't make it happen. So I guess I shouldn't be doing this. And that's where the mindset kind of has to come in. Have you done, one, why are you doing it? What's your why? Two, is it really that important to you?
Yes.
And if it is, then you're going to have that persistence and you're going to dig down to try and make it work.
Yes.
And three, it's being able to humble yourself in the fact that sometimes it's not going to work.
Yeah.
And sometimes you do have to let it go.
Yeah. And speaking of letting it go, that's one thing that I find a lot of people who are quite driven, or people who have this, it's an ego on ourselves, actually, and I won't use the word entrepreneur, but I'll use the word just a general person who's trying to hit a goal. You've got to be okay with, like, saying it wasn't for me, or I put all my energy behind it. I don't know. Maybe I relook at it, or it's okay. Like, put it back on the shelf, or just chuck it away. And that power is very important that you've got to be able to have, because it was a struggle for me in a lot of ways with a lot of things for me. Some things I didn't care about, like, as much, but like there are some things like, okay, what I used to, what is it? BC, like I would work with these corporate event planners and I would push them and push them and push them, not from a literal push, but like, I'm giving them everything on a silver platter, and then I'm giving another silver platter on top of customer service, of customer experience, but they still don't want to eat, meaning they still don't want to buy, or they don't want to try my product. And it would bother me, and it would be like, what am I doing wrong here? And I talk to people, and I talk to the best. I'm like, dude, what am I crazy? Like, what's going on? Do I need to change my material? Like, you get so caught up because it's not working. And now with what's happened, AC, right? I had to really step back and go, and I'm not saying I won't get back into that, but there's just with where I'm at mentally and physically and emotionally with that feeling of like, it's okay to let go a little bit, but I didn't want to let go because I've done it my whole life. You go back to what you know, but a lot of people don't ever want to let go and start again. And like, it's funny, Aaron, having these conversations now, I'm understanding what the person who's out of this planet, like they've shaken the world and going, hey, we all need to wake up and we all need to get back to some basics. Like, what do you enjoy? Are Are you happy? Are you actually at a place that you're really content with? Well, if not, that's okay. Like, it's okay. Now you can restart. Everyone's had a restart switch. So if you get to a point where it's not working, or you're unsure, and you've tried all these different strategies and tricks and potions and whatever to beat the dragon, get past the roadblock. Maybe you've got to go, maybe this isn't really for me. Like, maybe I'm pushing something uphill that's not meant to be pushed, or maybe I'm not the person to push it uphill. That's another way. And what it does is it takes your stress off you, rather than you failed or your work wasn't good enough. It's not for me. And there was a very powerful thing that I heard a dating coach say back when I used to do dating coaching as a confidence coach. He said, doesn't matter how charming or smooth or funny or attractive you are as a male, there's always going to be one guy that gets past what you think with a woman, like who can charm them better, and you've got to be okay with that. And maybe just go, she wasn't for me. I'm just not best suited for her. She doesn't understand me. I don't understand her, but that's okay. And that's where you've got to be with some of your roadblocks too, to go, okay, I wasn't meant to be. And I had this idea, Aaron, while you were talking about the whole like musician, you talking about musicians? I don't know why I was thinking about musicians, like getting to the, my thought was how a musician gets a number one hit. When a musician gets a number one hit, I thought, you know what they should do? Or when we place an artist, let's just use it for our situation. When an artist gets a number one winning song or a winning album, or Kevin Hart gets a winning Netflix show, there should be a new rule now. We'll give you that and we'll put you on a pedestal, but you also have to show all of the times where you lost or failed to get it. That's the only way.
He has a special on Netflix.
I know.
It's in his book. He has a special as well that he talks about the failures and his mistakes and his journey to get there. And so many people think Kevin Hart just kind of popped up out of nowhere over these last couple of years, but he's been at it for 20 plus years.
I know.
And he, like any comedian, he sucked in the beginning. He was not good.
I gotta watch it. Is there clips of him on doing comedy, like old school clips?
I don't know. It's a whole special for him. It's his whole story. But yeah, it just walks you through his life and where he came from and how he was raised and why he is the way that he is. And it's really enlightening. I know there's a lot of these snippets that are in his book. I haven't read his book yet, but it's a Netflix special that's about it. That's really good.
Yeah, and like, I think it'd just be awesome that if people, when we start to applaud people's media success, awesome, let's applaud you. But you have to come out and tell you all the things that you learned along that journey. My gosh, that would completely change the what's the word I'm looking for? The understanding of what it took. Because we only want to see the end. And then people either go, oh my gosh, that's not me, or oh my gosh, that guy was given it. Like, I heard a speaker recently, Aaron Wood, and this isn't probably our style, but anytime that someone would say to him, how dare you, like this guy got this and this guy got that, he would attack them pretty hard. Once again, this is his style, and go, did you see what I went through in the last year? Answer that question. And he would give it back at them. So the same energy he would give them, he would come back at them. And I don't think I would need to do that, but I like it. I was very attracted to that process of what he did, because he said, no, how, like people saying, how dare you? You were like, you just give it. And he goes, no, how dare you? You don't even know. How dare you you think that I just got here because I was married to this girl that you Googled that she had money. I was in my room 9 hours a night by myself eating ramen noodles. And then people would comment like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, yes. So, I know I go off on a tangent a little bit, but like, it's really important when people are hitting their roadblocks, when people are achieving their level, they're hitting these constant roadblocks, and they are doing whatever it takes to get to that next level. And it's okay that if you have to detour, divert, try something else, go in a different lane, try a different car, this isn't working for me, date a different person, start a different business, try another platform. Like, it's okay. Don't get caught up on what people will think. People are already thinking of stuff about you anyway. What people are impressed about, and I'll tell you this 100% over and over, and Aaron will, I think you could probably understand this as well. People are more impressed with people love people who do things that they feel like they can't do. That's one big thing. That's why we look up to, oh my gosh, like Usain Bolt, wow, he can run it in, like, actually, sorry, that's probably wrong. He's like a different league. He's like the one tiny 1%, right? But people who could run 100 meters in 10 seconds when their average is maybe 15 seconds, right? Or someone like, doing something that oh my gosh, they can do that. I could never do that. They're impressed. They're more impressed when they see you fall and you get back up again. That is like, oh my gosh, because they know the pain of what it's like to lose something or not be able to achieve something. And they said to themselves, I'm giving up. Maybe literally, but here. If you can keep getting punched down and get back up and get back up and get back up and get back up, people will look at you and go, what does this guy have? What does he? And they will maybe never tell you. They will never email you. They will never Instagram you. They will never say anything. They will probably even make fun of you. But deep down by themselves, when they're alone in their own mind, when they're looking at you, no one's around, they go, I wish I could do that. I wish I could push myself like that.
Yeah. There's two kind of analogies, metaphors, whatever you will, about them. One is about the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the dog.
Like
and
that.
Then the other one, I heard Chris Rock say it when I was watching comedians in cars getting coffee with Jerry Seinfeld. He said, you've got to be like a skateboard kid. And I was like, skateboard kid? You've got to be like a skateboard kid. Those kids are out there at the skate park trying their tricks over and over and over. And what are they doing? They're falling. They're busting their ass. They're bleeding. They're crying. But they come back each and every day working on those tricks, getting back up again. And when they nail that trick, man, that's what they make the videos of. That's what they make those highlight reels of. And that's what you see. You see that highlight. You see them nail that trick, but you haven't seen the blood, the sweat, the tears, and the perseverance that has gone into getting back up again and landing that trick and succeeding. Yeah. So fight inside that dog and being that skateboard kid, man, it's huge.
Absolutely, man. Whatever it takes, guys, whatever it takes. And you got to sacrifice. Can't believe we didn't talk about this. I know we got to wrap it up, but like, you got to go, I'm going to have to let some things go to figure this one out. And I'm not going to tell you what those things are because I'm not on your journey. Like, yeah. But for most people, as a general thing, I always tell people, you're going to have to put in more time. You're going to have to limit the social interactivities or your leisure time, and you're going to have to tighten up ship a little bit. I'm going to have to, no, I just can't do that, man. I can't get here if I'm giving you all this time. I've got to watch everything. You've got to be really self-aware as well. Stop allowing things to come over and happen to you. You need to be in control. You're the director, you're the star, you're the producer of your life. It's your own TV show. You control what you see, you control what you say, you control what you do. And now, like more than ever, you have the most control. You literally have, like what you're doing, Aaron. You have this brand new show that you can do really anything you want. That's a very powerful statement. So just let that sink in.
Yeah, so think about that. But JJ, we're coming to the end of the episode here. Give us a quick recap of roadblocks and what they are and how to get over them, and then we'll wrap this thing up.
All right. So everybody in life, you're going to get in life, you're going to hit roadblocks, everybody. You're going to get things that come up in front of you, and that's okay. That's a normal part of life. But the question I have for you right now, are you going to stop and let the roadblock beat you? Or are you going to do whatever it takes to find ways to get underneath it, to get over it, to get around it, to break it? That's the question I have for you today.
Gotta love that. Gotta love that. Well, JJ, man, another great episode. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys are getting little nuggets, little bricks for the path that is your yellow brick road, leading you to success and greatness. We'll be back again on Monday for you guys. We're live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. We'll be back again Monday for you guys to give you guys even more tips, even more tricks on how to be great, because we are your wingmen to greatness. If you guys aren't already, make sure you guys are following WFHN TV on Instagram and Twitter. We got all kinds of updates, a lot of great shows that are coming up. Later on today, we have our Power Hour Live. That's going to be at noon Pacific Standard Time, and that's 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Later on tonight, we'll have happy hour going on. We've got some drinks, music, and got my buddy Ruben Irvin from Family Feud. He's doing his own version of it. We call it Quarantine Feud. We're going to have a little bit of fun there, so make sure you guys join us for a happy hour. But once again, my name is Aaron Smalls. That's you're on this side. Yeah, my buddy JJ, and we are your wingmen to greatness.